Have you ever thought of meeting what you saw in fiction in reality? Prepare to be amazed by the new discovery that the James Webb Telescope found outside our galaxy. It is something that has never been seen before, and we're sure that it will leave you giddy. What about these galaxies, and just how far are they from the Earth? The answer will shock you because it is not anywhere near what the best astrologers ever estimated. Welcome to the James Webb Telescope, which found galaxies previously hidden in the dark expanse of the cosmos. What the James Webb Telescope revealed earlier this year is beyond what everyone expected to see. After it was launched into space less than a year ago, scientists expected a long wait before they started seeing anything amazing, but the Space Observatory had it otherwise. In less than 6 months, the Webb telescope had sent numerous pictures of what its predecessor, the Hubble, took years to capture. That stunning performance doesn't just come by chance. A lot went into the design of this space observatory, and all was done to ensure that nothing was left undone that could ensure it came out as best as possible. Scientists wanted a state-of-the-art design that was something never invented before, and their efforts were not futile. But before they could have their darling space observatory, a whopping $10 billion had to be invested in this precious observatory. Plus, they had to work around the clock for 25 long years. Fortunately, their tremendous efforts were paid a great deal. For the James Webb Telescope to have the ability to see the unseen, the scientists had to do the undone. First, the scientists ensured that this observatory would have the largest mirror ever sent into space. To do this, they designed hexagonal mirrors that were 6.5 meters wide. This was about 3 times larger than the Hubble. What's more, the scientists wanted to ensure that the mirrors were as efficient as possible. By efficient here, let's simply say that they wanted the mirrors to reflect the unseen. That sounds tricky, but let me explain how. The scientists designed the JWST to be capable of seeing using infrared. The previous observatory had this ability to a lesser degree because it was majorly capable of seeing ultraviolet rays, which, for your information, are those things that the human eye can comfortably see. With the JWST, the infrared capability meant that it would see things that are not possible with the naked eye. Therefore, to make the mirrors as efficient as possible, it was coated using a thin layer of gold. Now, that's precious, but the gold here was not for beauty, though it made the JWST appear just as stunning. However, the main purpose of gold here was its ability to detect and reflect infrared rays more than any other metals could do. The gold plus the wide mirror would ensure that the Space Observatory would capture the best pictures possible. But scientists had what they didn't expect. The pictures were too good to be true. The clarity and detail that JWST photos exhibited in just a short period of time were too overwhelming for the science world to take in. JWST first started with our solar system when it landed at the Lagrangian point. This is the point where the gravitational force of the Earth and Sun cancel out, and it is totally free from the Sun's heat, which is good to keep the observatory cool. At this strategic point, Webb captured the clearest photos of Jupiter ever seen by the human eye. Previously, scientists called Jupiter a mass of gas, but the most recent picture proves even more. From science, the only planet that has a ring around it is Saturn. Well, it is so obvious because the rings are so distinct that you cannot deny it. But what if I gave you a shocker that Jupiter also has a ring of gas around it? You heard that right. The biggest planet in our solar system has a ring around it. This is something that the Hubble did not capture. However, JWST's massive capabilities revealed this, along with the red hole that appears on the surface of Jupiter. The red hole on Jupiter's surface was a matter of continual probe until the JWST revealed something really interesting about it. They found out that the hole was big enough to completely swallow our planet. Later, when the JWST changed its position to the other side of our solar system, and the scientists barely had the strength to stand on their feet, one scientist expressed something that all of them collectively agreed on. He stated that what the Webb Observatory was doing was not solely giving clear details about what space contains, but it was changing the perspective of how science will look at things. Some of these theories that science had been leaning upon would be rendered obsolete after the observation of some of the photos. Theories like the formation of the stars and how the galaxy was formed might be reset by this observatory in a few short years. When the scientists thought that they had seen everything, they were shocked to observe a photo that revealed 1,000 other galaxies they never thought existed. The photo was taken in an area known as the Deep Field. This photo was similar to the one that the Hubble had taken a few years ago. What's most astonishing about the JWST Deep Field photo is the terrible exactness of detail, which puts it in complete contrast to what the Hubble produced. Interestingly, the Webb telescope managed to capture these highly detailed pictures in about 12.5 hours. That stunned the scientists because this new telescope outshined the Hubble in a way they didn't expect. The Hubble, on the other hand, took around 2 weeks to give the photos of the Deep Field. But despite that, its photos did not possess the clarity and the detail that the JWST had. The JWST Deep Field photos showed galaxies that were hidden behind large clouds of dust that could not be penetrated by the Hubble telescope due to its ultraviolet capabilities. Amongst what was captured in this image was an exoplanet that was 1,000 light-years away from our planet. Scientists estimated that the planet was as big as Jupiter, but was red. Well, the only reason was that it was extremely hot. This is something that scientists proved owing to the JWST's ability to detect even the temperature of a planet from afar. Scientists found that this exoplanet could reach up to 1,000 degrees Celsius. Surprisingly, they detected a massive water vapor near the planet. However, this is a phenomenon they are yet to explain, and this matter is subject to several reviews. Plus, a full-color photo of the Deep Field showed the stunning Stephan's quintet in hues never seen before. These 5 clusters of galaxies were first seen using the Hubble, but it seems some details were hidden from the eyes until the 12th of July 2022. This enormous cluster is the largest ever seen today and is composed of galaxies that are closer to the Earth and those that are distant. The closest galaxy is estimated to be 300 billion light-years away, whereas the others seem to be far-fetched. 3 of these galaxies are characterized by their irregular shapes. They appear to have elongated spiral arms and gaseous tidal tails that have a gazillion of star clusters, evidence that they have had numerous encounters. The whole magnificent sight happens to be with a backdrop of a myriad of galaxies. This particular occurrence has sparked hot discussion in astrology about the formation and death of stars. Most scientists believe that the birth of a star is when a cloud collapses and the material begins to heat up at the center. This collapsed part is what would one day become a star. But the picture of the 3 galaxies, which are named NGC 7319, NGC 7318b, and NGC 7318a, spell out quite a different phenomenon about the formation of stars. This is because the redshift of these 3 galaxies revealed some contrasting information about the neighboring stars and their ages in relation to the previously believed star formation theory. The telescope's MIRI instrument also revealed an area having hot gas stripped of its electrons due to radiation and winds from a supermassive black hole. This detail will prove very helpful to scientists who want to solve the mystery behind black holes. It might allow them to know more about what happens when something enters the black hole. Plus, they will have an opportunity to discover whether argon, iron, sulfur, neon, and oxygen and silicate dust are found in the hot gases near the black hole. Meanwhile, the JWST also revealed another cluster of galaxies, commonly referred to as the SMACS 0723 galaxies, which are estimated to be about 4 billion light-years away from the Earth. They are part of the southern constellations of Volans with the right ascension per declination of 110.8375. In simple terms, this is the longitude and latitude in relation to the surface of the Earth. Right ascension here deals with the east and west direction, while the declination measures the north and south direction. The SMACS 0723 is a patch of the sky that is visible from the southern hemisphere of the Earth. It had previously been observed by the Hubble and Chandra amongst other telescopes and was a target for the JWST as a part of the Southern Massive Cluster Survey, thus the name SMACS 0723. The constellation from SMACS 0723 revealed thousands of galaxies that were previously unseen to the human eye. Some of these galaxies were shown to have different colors, such as blue, green, or red, depending on the gaseous components that the Space Observatory had detected. Such a detailed view gave the scientists discovery of the galaxies that could support life, as components such as hydrogen, methane, and water vapor were evident around them. Moreover, the stars from the JWST photos raised so many questions. It was observed that JWST star images had 6 spikes emanating from them, unlike the Hubble, which only had 4. Later, scientists observed that the spikes were not real but were there as a result of how light interacts with the optical system of the JWST. The process is best described by one word: diffraction, which produces diffraction spikes. Diffraction spikes occur as a result of the reflection of the secondary mirror, which is held in front of the main mirror. The main mirror is held by 3 supports whose edges produce a diffraction spike at right angles to the edge, thus producing 6 diffraction spikes when reflecting the stars to the main mirror. While the spikes are not the real trait of the stars, the sight is breathtaking and is worth the hustle. That's all for this video. What do you think about the new galaxies under Webb's observatory? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments section below. Otherwise, thanks for watching and see you in the next video.